There's this illusion that the tech industry is so much more forward thinking on these issues, and yet what we're seeing is that diversity is really prevalent across, or not prevalent across all industries. Is that right?
You know, there's this funny thing with the mid-teens that seems to be a wall, a barrier for women advancing in many fields. And, you know, in 2003, the percentage of women on Fortune 500 boards was 13%. It went up to 17%. And it's been 17% for about the last decade, which is terrible.
So, Jen, the work that Sukhinder and Jerry are doing is great, but the cynical question is anything working?
Well, I think what they are doing is great, because the issue, too, is that so many times you hear, where are these women? We can't find these women. These women exist. If you're going to take out CEOs of Fortune 500 companies as your criterion and go to people who have real expertise, there are thousands and thousands of these women, and the goal here is to surface them, so you can't say that any longer.
Another interesting topic that came up in a session you led at the Women's Summit is this notion of the sort of token women on boards, and so oftentimes women are in that position, are set up to fail because there's just too many challenges against them.
That's exactly right. I would say that women that are considering getting on boards, as we learned from this session, need to interview the board as the board interviews them. And that means, why do you want me on this board? Because if they want you on the board because you are the woman, you will fail.
But Patty, doesn't that narrow the window even further if you have to go through the interview it yourself, and it has to be the right kind of board that wants you? Do you really want it? Isn't there also an argument for just jumping on any board you can possibly get on?
Well, boards are great training grounds for any executive position, and I think you should remain fairly open. But Jerry Elliott, who we just saw in the video, is a fantastic example of someone who approaches this task in a very sort of programmatic way. She worked with a company, James Drury Associates, whose business is helping people who want to get on boards pick their boards. And that's, sort of an unusual business. But if you're looking to be on a board, if you're a woman especially, who may not have the contacts, because only 30% of board seats on Fortune 500 companies come from headhunters. So it's all about the people you know.
It's all about the network.